Hey everyone, it's Warriors NRL Fanatics here. Hope you're all doing well. Before getting into this video, if you are a new viewer to the YouTube channel or a returning viewer to the channel and you haven't done so already, please make sure you don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. Subscribing to the channel shows all your support for the content that I do, and it also helps get the word out about all the content, and it's absolutely free as well, and it's much appreciated. And also don't forget to like this video. Make sure you click the thumbs up button and click the bell so you are notified for all your New Zealand Warriors content on the channel next. So yeah, look, Saturday night we saw our boys play their final game of the regular NRL season for the 2024 year as a whole. And look, it has been a very disappointing, frustrating season as a Warriors fan. Of course, man, we all expected this team to be featuring in the finals this season, finishing at least in the top 8 or in the top 4. And yeah, I'm not going to lie, it's been very annoying as a fan, because we know that this team's got so much potential, but, everything on the field has gone wrong this year, whether it be injuries, where it would be combinations not gelling, where it would be Webby's coaching selections, where it would be, the bench rotations, you can name it, everything. We can sit here and moan about a referee call each week that goes against this team, but there's been a lot of things that have played a part in the Warriors' demise in 2024, which I will be doing a few full season review coming up on the channel real soon. I'll get a few guests on to chat about the season as well. Got a few in mind over the next couple of weeks or next couple of months. But yeah, make sure you tune in for those. Stay locked into the channel for those. But this game on Saturday, last Saturday against the Sharks down there at PointsBet Stadium in Cronulla, was our last opportunity to see the boys in action. And look, a few boys of course going out for their final games. SJ of course, the man himself, the Prince of Penrose, the legend, the greatest Warriors player of all time, plays his final game in the NRL, albeit up against his former side in the Cronulla Sharks, a team he used to play for and a place he used to play for down there in Sydney at PointsBet Stadium. So it's funny how things, picture itself, to pick your final game and to be up against a team that you used to play for in the Sharks and in Cronulla. It's some story in itself. But, of course, look, Shaun Johnson's home game in Auckland was emotional in itself. His final game in the NRL was even going to be more emotional as well. But also, don't forget, we had Jazz Tavanga play his final game in Warriors colours. Adam Fanua-Blake also going to the Sharks next year, and his final game for us. And, of course, there probably will be a few others, which probably haven't been confirmed yet. But, look, this game, as I have been for months and months, no expectations on the Warriors now for the rest of the season. Coming up against a team that's sitting in the top 4, looking to finish in the top 3 on the NRL ladder, in a game where they knew they got to win to cement a home finals spot. So, look, we did start this game very well. We got to try to Luke Metcalf, and it was Shaun Johnson linking up with Lukey Metcalf, the future, I personally think, of this club. And he scores the first try of the game. We get off to a good start to score the early try. And then from there on, the Sharks, put on a few points, got a few more tries on the board. At halftime, it was 22-4 there. So at halftime, my feeling was, look, we saw last year, of course, with the boys, they came from a big score down at the break. So, look, 22-4, it doesn't look great. And my feeling was other boys already knocked off, as their mindset already knocked off for the year. But to our credit, second half we came out all guns blazing, scored a couple of tries. You saw Dallin score a try as well. He actually scored 2 tries. And then we saw also Marcelo Montoya score a try. And look, the sin bin, of course, was the big moment there for the Sharks there, with Kai Ero sent to the bin there. And look, a lot of Sharks fans will probably say, is that the correct call? They'll probably feel like it's not, but of course, as a Warriors fan, we'll take it. But look, the biggest play definitely came in the last 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes until full time. The Warriors had a chance to snatch the game off the Sharks and take a win. And the big play itself, Sean Johnson, with his final moment in the NRL. And boy, what a fitting moment, in your last game. And he sends over Dylan Watini-Zelezniak to score. And the Warriors snatch the victory, 30 points to 28. Sean Johnson misses the kick. And his final conversion kick in the NRL, he misses it, doesn't mean anything really, and we win the game 30 points to 28. And man, you can see SJ, he was so happy, so emotional. The boys are so happy, they celebrate the win because it has been a very, very tough 2024 for the boys. Very difficult, very frustrating, but it was a good way to send out Sean Johnson and a few of the players who are leaving, the likes of Whenua Blake, Jazz Tavanga, and that. So it's good to see the boys get that result, and very happy for SJ because it's so deserving of, deserving of a way to finish your career is going out on a win, on a winning note. And look, it's been a tough season for SJ, and it's been a tough season as a whole for him. This year, he's had injuries. He hasn't quite been able to, be exactly consistent as he was last year. Of course, injuries have played a part as well in that one. But this is a fitting way for him to go out. A legend, the Prince of Penrose, a true champion of the game, and an absolute gentleman as well. And I've got to say, man, it was so awesome to see him in the press conference after the game with Webby. And it was good to also see the Warriors and Sharks boys do a little bit of a haka after the game for him, as well as Sean did talk to the Fox League media after the game as well, and Channel 9 media as well. So yeah, good way to end the season for the boys. Good win there. Sharks probably sitting there going, look, you had to be frustrated if you were a Sharks fan because this was a game at home. We were expected to win against a team that's had this season been over for months and months. So yeah, what does this mean for the Sharks, man? What does this mean for them going to the finals? Because, of course, there's a lot of question marks on how the Sharks will do in the finals this year. So, look, of course, as a Warriors fan, very stoked with the win. Did not expect it. I thought at 22-4, I thought myself, yeah, look, I don't know if we'll be able to get back in this. And we did it. And full credit to us for managing to hang in there. And it's a good win. I think it's a good win, but it's been a 2024 to forget, right? So I just want to give a bit of a shout out as well to some of the players I thought played well. For me, I thought Tane at the back there, just looking at his stats for this game, and he had a great game. And I just love it when Tane is playing in the NRL. I really do. And yeah, it's tricky, isn't it? You've got chance to go Klugstad, you've got RTS, and how's Tane going to get ahead of those players? And I thought with his performance, man, he wanted to go out there and maybe send a bit of a statement out to the coaches, Webby and that next year. Whether I'm still here, I want to have an opportunity to crack first grade. I want to be starting fullback. So I think that's how I think Tane would have approached this game. But, 204 all running meters, 27 all runs, 77 kick return meters, and 61 post-contact meters. And Tane, look, for me, if you watch his New South Wales Cup games this year, he, for me, has been their best player in the Cup side each and every week. And I think he will personally get the New South Wales Cup Player of the Year, in my opinion. I think he probably deserves to win that award because I think he's been the most consistent player in the Cup side each week, and he came out and performed for the first grade side as well against the Sharks. And I love Tane Tuapiki, massive fan of him throughout his Queensland Cup days when he was at the Burleigh Bears. And look at the Burleigh Bears this year; they're definitely struggling without him. So yeah, look, kudos to Tane, man, and. Man, is he going to, is he putting his hand up for that starting fullback spot next year? That is the big question. We'll see how he goes in the off-season, the pre-season, but man, I just feel like he is a lot better of a player and he should be playing first grade more regularly instead of playing that cup side each week. Because I don't think I think he's way too good for that cup team each week. He's to be sitting in cup each week. He should be given more first grade opportunities, in my opinion. Also, I want to give a big shout out as well to Ali Liatawa. Now, I think this was the best we've seen of Ali Liatawa in first grade this year. And just looking at his stats, 14 all runs, 172 all running meters for 33. 14. Sorry, wrong stats. I'm reading the wrong player. 14 all runs, 172 all run meters for 59 post contact meters for Ali Liatawa. And look, another player which has got a very bright future. We know it. We've seen a lot of Ali Liatawa already. Not a lot enough in first grade, but we've seen a lot of him in New South Wales Cup. And yeah, look, I think that was a strong performance for Ali Liatawa. Also, Chance Nicoll-Klokstad. Look, I know it's been a very tough 2024 for C&K. Throughout the off-season, of course, there's a lot of talk around him being the fullback. And this year's probably not been his greatest year at the back, at fullback this season. But I thought this was probably one of his most solidest games we've seen this season. And 13 all runs, 120 all run meters for 33 post-contact meters. So, does this mean Chance is a shout for centre next year? Well, look, according to Webby before this game, he said it did look like it was a permanent move going forward, but who knows there. But he played well. I thought he played well in the centres as well. Luke Metcalf is the future of the club. Very good game by Luke Metcalf against his former side there. And yeah, look, I do feel like that if Metcalf can have a very strong off-season, pre-season, stay injury-free, which has been the biggest concern since he's joined the club. He's just had a few injuries which have been pretty unlucky with. So I feel like if he can just stay away from the injuries, which is hard as a player, of course. It's never easy to not get injured, but you'd hope that a fully fit Luke Metcalf going into 2025 would be a catalyst for him staying, more consistently on the field and getting a lot more game time, because we saw in 2023 when he was playing for us with SJ in the halves how much of an impact he can bring to the side. So I absolutely love Luke Metcalf, and I just want to see him get more first grade opportunity, and I just want to see him stay injury free in 2025, which very hoping he will be the case. But it's good to see him put on a very good performance against his former side in the Sharks there as well. And I think for Noah Blake as well, who, of course, a lot's been said about Noah Blake this season, where his focus is his mindset somewhere else. Well, up against his team that he's going to play next year, he put on a performance, right? 211 is the most running meters in the game. Ahead of Sam Stonestreet for the Sharks here. So it's going to be a big blow, with him leaving the club. Of course, we've got Fisher Harris coming. That's great. It's awesome. But Noah Blake, I think what we will miss from Noah Blake is his try-scoring ability as well. And he always gives us the meters each week. So Fisher Harris is great signing next year, but we'll definitely miss Adam Noah Blake, and the Sharks will definitely welcome him with open arms. They'll be looking forward to having him there next season. But yeah, that wraps it up. That's my post-game reaction review to the Warriors Cronulla Sharks round 26 clash. Final game of the season for us, of course, with no game this week. This week being the bye. So that pretty much wraps it up for us in 2024. Guys, let me know what your thoughts were on the game. If you are a new viewer to the YouTube channel and you haven't done so already, please make sure you don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to get to 2,000 2,800 subscribers. So help us out. It'll be really much appreciated. It will mean the world. And yeah, it's absolutely free as well. And also don't forget to give this video a like. Make sure you click the thumbs up button. Share the video around. And we'll be back for more Warriors content very soon. Cheers, guys. Have a good one.